Przedsiębiorczość międzynarodowa. Skracamy dystans. Zmiany, jakie nastąpiły w ostatnich kilkudziesięciu latach w wyniku postępującej integracji gospodarczej i wdrożenia nowoczesnych technologii informacyjnych, a zwłaszcza internetu, ułatwiły wyjście na rynki zagraniczne także małym, początkującym firmom. Eksport i szerzej współpraca gospodarcza to obecnie koło zamachowe polskiej gospodarki. Otworzyły się także możliwości międzynarodowego przepływu ludzi, pomysłów i idei na niespotykaną dotąd skalę.
From the 3 different times that I've been here to Poland, one of the things that's been very interesting to me is the focus on trying to help entrepreneurs to benefit each other through networking. And certainly the project that Koźmiński University has undertaken with the city of Warsaw is a good example of that, as they've developed entrepreneur networks in 6 of the districts of the city as kind of a pilot project. And I think that that's a very positive step forward, because entrepreneurs, I think if you're going to develop entrepreneurs as an economic development strategy, then you have to meet the needs of the entrepreneurs, and the only way you know that is if you're involving the entrepreneurs in your activities.
And the impression I seem to get is there's a lot of individual initiatives and projects that are having a real effect on the ground. I think one of the real challenges for Poland is how you bring these all together in one coherent strategy and one coherent approach that drives forward entrepreneurial thinking and entrepreneurial policy, both at a city level and on a national level.
Może to jest banalne, że w jedności siła i że skala działalności, którą można osiągnąć ze wspólnego działania jest większa, no ale na to są dziesiątki przykładów. Myślę, że równie dobrze można wiele takich przykładów chociażby z klastrów firm znaleźć na rynku polskim.
Będąc nieco w tyle za światową czołówką, odczuwamy negatywne konsekwencje tego stanu rzeczy. Ale przecież są i pozytywy. Możemy podpatrywać doświadczenia innych krajów bardziej zaawansowanych, unikać ich błędów i w efekcie przechodzić na coraz wyższy poziom rozwoju tańszym kosztem. Takie twórcze podpatrywanie jest uważane za coś wstydliwego. A przecież jest to typowe zjawisko we współczesnym, zglobalizowanym świecie, zarówno w biznesie, w kulturze, jak i w działalności społecznej.
But we get a lot of inspiration from Europe and the United States. I travel a lot to London and Berlin and New York and try to find out how they do when they are successful.
That if you go to a 5-year-old, you will find the most creative people on the planet. And unfortunately, what the education system does, it actually knocks that creativity out of them. And you know, all the data shows this. You know, they've done longitudinal data following people, and you know, 90% of them are creative when they're 5. By the time they get to 15, it's down to a very small number.
The community I live in is very aware of the weight that creativity has on everything, from hard business, from industry, down to just making the city a little more nice and interesting to live in.
And I think anybody would say that any country that wants to develop economically over the next decade has to put entrepreneurship and innovation as part of its priority, regardless of which colour or which type of political party is in power.
W ciągu 25 lat funkcjonowania gospodarki rynkowej polscy przedsiębiorcy opanowali twarde reguły konkurencji. A przecież innowacyjna przedsiębiorczość to także kooperacja, współpraca między różnymi podmiotami, które nierzadko konkurują ze sobą na rynku. Polscy przedsiębiorcy uczą się kooperacji, wchodząc stopniowo w różnorakie powiązania sieciowe.
I dream of an informal, effective, direct cooperation between the creative parts of different cities in Europe. I would like the creative entrepreneurs in my city to have direct networking with creative entrepreneurs in Warsaw and in other large European cities, to have access to each other, to know each other, and to be able to enhance export of products and services. That would be a very interesting way to work.
By the time they get to university, it's only a small number. What you need is more people to think entrepreneurially, so by the time they come to university, they're thinking that way before they come, rather than having to adopt it.
I think that really what I would recommend is that the government, in conjunction with entrepreneurs, sit down and try to I would call it, map the entrepreneurs and enterprises in the local communities. Find out who they are, find out at what skill level the entrepreneurs are operating, and at what stage in the life cycle of the businesses they're operating. That provides really a set of coordinates, and those coordinates let us begin to not only map who's here and where they are and what the quality of the entrepreneurs and the quality of the businesses are, but it lets us then come in and very strategically intervene to help. So we're no longer taking one-size-fits-all approaches. We're now saying, look, we've got this entrepreneur at this level. Because he or she is at this level, it requires these services to help move them to the next level. And in that way, I like to think of the economy then as a pipeline of entrepreneurs and enterprises. And what we're trying to do is maintain the flow and the volume in the pipeline.